gentlemen, my name is Mark Elin, the principal of Windsor High School, and standing along beside me is Patricia Law, the principal of Windsor Oaks Academy. It is our distinct pleasure to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for Windsor High School and Windsor Oaks Academy for the class of 2012. Will you please stand for the Star Spangled Banner, which will be sung by Jody Arend.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and markings we clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Paulino Angel will now present our welcome to this ceremony.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a la ceremonia de graduación de la clase del 2012. Hoy conmemoramos la despedida de 4 años de crecimiento en este hogar que llamamos Windsor High School y la bienvenida de una vida adulta. Este día trae sentimientos tristes, ya que dejaremos recuerdos, amigos, maestros y administradores. Todos los factores de nuestra carrera que ayudaron a crear la persona que fuimos desde el otoño de 2008. Pero igualmente, este día es un día de felicidad, ya que llevaremos a estos recuerdos, amigos, maestros y administradores en nuestros pensamientos, porque nos ayudarán en nuestro futuro. Ayúdenme a iniciar esta noche con un gran aplauso para los estudiantes de la clase del 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2012. Today, we commemorate the departure from our 4 years of growth in the home we call Windsor High School, and the welcoming of a new, mature life. This day brings sentiments of sadness, as we are leaving memories, friends, teachers, and administrators, all who helped shape the person we were in high school since the fall of 2008. This day also brings sentiments of happiness, because we are taking these memories, friends, teachers, and administrators in our thoughts, as their spirit will help us in the future. So please help me start the celebration by giving a big round of applause for the graduating class of 2012.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the President for the Windsor Unified School District Board of Trustees, Katie Dilwood.
On behalf of the entire Board of Directors, I would like to welcome you to the class of 2012 graduation ceremonies. Congratulations to all the graduates. We are so proud of your achievements. All of your hard work is paid off. I'd like to extend a thank you to the community for your help in providing the beautiful campus and stadium that we students have enjoyed during the last few years here. Also, a big thank you to the staff and to the parents for all of your dedication and commitment to helping these students achieve their goals. Students, best of luck to you as you go forward and embark on the next chapter of your lives. Congratulations.
Devin Brooke will now share her poem entitled "To My Class of 2012."
To my class of 2012. 4 years ago, it was one step, two step to the quad, the green. So many students swarmed for their golden schedules, a sight to have seen. It was the first time as a collective, holy cow, so many freshmen. And we would hear that for the rest of the year, again and again. We were welcomed to the 910 cores, a new experience altogether. 2 years of structure, core, math, arts, health, language, heart monitors, and computers too. Learning about ourselves and each other at core retreat, challenge day, and unity retreat under Windsor's fabulous weather. We became a part of clubs and sports, and we had our first real dances and homecoming games to attend to. Junior and senior years required more decisions from us. What did we want to do? Whether it was AP, digital, humanities, Nueva, pre-med, vineyard, or wise, what we wanted for ourselves or our future started to answer the question, who are you? Even if it meant harder classes, AP tests, busier schedules, and junior-senior projects that hurt our sleepy eyes. Even if we were under all that stress, we, as a class, helped greatly make Windsor High School known. Debate team went to state. Music department won various awards. Core Olympics started here. 22 SCL and NCS banners were hung up during our 4 years. 8 alone in our senior year. We have shown that we can create award-winning yearbooks and new Windsor dances and 2 Nueva plays in 1 year. Now, the 4-year journey has concluded. All the memories are showing brightly in a misty haze. We all have different paths ahead of us. We are all going our separate ways. Our experiences at Windsor High School will help this earth, make it progress and clean. But we will all walk together today as mighty jaguars, one step, two step, off the quad, the green.
Vince Valdez will now share his reflection, Shades of Gold.
Greetings. 4 years, 692 days, 4,844 hours, 72,660 minutes, 4,359,600 seconds is the time that we have spent on this campus, and the day has finally come. Material ranging from how to perfectly shadow a spherical object to the presidential lineage of our nation has captivated us, providing us with one heck of a year, with NCS football championships and college acceptances to the best schools in the country to deem 2012 as truly legendary. However, what we have learned outside the classrooms is equivocally important. The lessons of life and maturity are where my story begins. 3 years after my baby sister was born was one of the more pivotal periods of my life. With college admissions mounting and self-inflicted troubles bringing me down, I could not find much satisfaction out of anything. So when my baby sister Natalie asked me to go on a walk to the park with her, I reluctantly acquiesced. When we got to the field, it was flooded. Weeds had overtaken it, and I felt as if I were staring into a vast plain of gray. Stress had obviously blurred my senses. As I began to turn back to my house, however, Natalie, my baby sister, ran ahead of me, grabbed a dandelion, and exclaimed in her soft voice, "Lello." That is when I began to contemplate the life of a child through the eyes of my 3-year-old sister. Natalie, like most children, does not hold negative feelings in her heart. She does not know hatred. Innocence repels that feeling as foreign. Her daily concern is to dance around in circles until she falls from dizziness, running around with the greatest intensity she possibly can, searching through every drawer and shelf in my room. If she walks in on me doing homework, she'll slam my book shut and demand me to play with her. She gets angry for approximately 10 minutes and then races back to me to ask if I need anything or if I can watch her dance. She has no enemies, like most children. The world around her is viewed purely through rosy lenses. That is the beauty of children. They do not know darkness, for their life is full of innocence. They have no room for hatred in their heart. Children find the greatest pleasure in the smallest things, capable of spending hours with a mere switch or a ball. They do not seek out ambition, but rather curiosity, performing all actions to their fullest, not afraid of the possible failure ahead of them. They dance and play with all their might, knowing that they may soon fall from dizziness imposed by soda or candy. Acting in accordance to others, they serve those who request anything from them, doing everything to impress these huge beings around them. As our time seems to fly, as years and months and minutes get faster, theirs seems slower, with countless hours lounging around the house with no worries. As we have progressed through high school, what we have sometimes forgotten, we must remember to remember. That curiosity is true brilliance, because it is not the knowing of facts that builds intelligence, but the continual desire and the quest to find them. That laughter will always beat tears, and that putting a smile on another person's face plants a smile inside of our own. That the knowledge that a life worth living is one that is always failing, because it is through these failures that we discover our identity. It is through the ashes we rise as phoenixes from the flame. And most importantly, that in all we do, we must do it for the service of others. So let us grow old, but never grow up. Let us be selfless in our actions and love abundantly, shining like children do, and in the process liberating ourselves from our own fears. Let us not only fill the gaps that have been presented before us, but let us be the next engineers, innovators, and inventors, building new bridges for many minds to cross, fearing not inadequacy, but power beyond any measure. Let us continue to do the things we love, opening our hearts even if failure is imminent, at the risk of breaking them, while finding comfort in life's simplest treasures: a morning sunshine, a smile from a stranger, a comfortable silence, hope even amidst hopelessness, the beautiful shades of yellow. Thank you, and God bless you all.
The Windsor High School Choir, under the direction of Marie Schrader, will now perform Dancing in the Streets. Now we will hear Believe, an original composition performed by humanities teacher Andrew Murdoch, along with graduating senior Jody Arend and junior Charlotte Walls.
I guess we're on, yeah. So, congratulations, class of 2012. So, like Mr. Ahmad, who will be speaking later, this song is from the 90s, and we're going to steal it back. Here we go. We can say goodbye, 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 goodbye. No, we'll never let you go, never let you go. Believe in your life, believe that you can shine, believe that you will always be a friend of mine. Believe that you are loved, believe that we are one. Sweetest music in my soul, every part that makes me whole. You are every song I sing, and you are music in my soul. Every laugh and every scream, every dream I've ever dream. You make me whole. You are every breath I breathe, the sweetest music in my soul, every part that makes me whole. You are every song I sing. You are
Our three valedictorians for the class of 2012, Jonathan Jeffrey, Peter Jeffrey, and Shane Morgan, will now present their reflection, Facebook Stalking.
There are few things that I hate more than the new Facebook timeline feature. However, it recently came in very handy in writing this speech. This past weekend, I surprisingly stumbled upon the profile of an unknown person named Jaggy2012. At first glance, I didn't know who this was. Jaggy2012? Who is he? So I decided to show Shane and Jonathan here, and together we figured out that Jaggy2012 is no ordinary person. He is the quintessential member of the class of 2012, personifying all of us, all 403 of us.
Seeing how well he represented us, we thought that it'd be beneficial to take some time to look over his Facebook profile. According to his info section, Jaggy2012 was born on August 14, 2008, to his parents, Callie Kamaka, and Windsor Middle School, along with a few genes passed in from private schools. According to a status update, he was definitely a little bit nervous as he collected his goldenrod schedule in the same quad that we sit here today, ready for 4 exciting years before him.
He set out to create his own legacy and follow his own interests. Outside the usual school involvements, Jaggy 2012 clung to pop culture. He Facebooked like the Jersey Shore fan page and added GTL to his list of favorite quotations. Bro Talk Tuesday was a weekly occurrence, and Jaggy 2012 made sure to join that event page. By junior year, Jaggy set out to continue his legacy. He became Facebook friends with a terrific boys varsity football coach and girls varsity basketball coach. However, after unfortunate finishes, both coaches decided to unfriend poor Jaggy. This didn't kill his spirits though. It made him stronger and more mature, making sure and teaching him that he needs to fight for what he wants, while also, of course, having a little fun along the way.
He participated in Core Olympics, a new tradition on campus, and he welcomed in a revamped art school, the Nueva School of the Arts, and laid foundation for future success. He got in touch with his musical side, and on his profile, he posted a YouTube video of his favorite band, the Ready Set, performing on the senior steps.
In the spring of junior year, Jaggy's wall was then spammed as someone spammed his page with a promise, the star card. However, Jaggy was upset as the star card never seemed to come. However, he need not worry. I've heard a rumor that after this ceremony today, we will all receive all the off-campus privileges that we would ever want. Come senior year, Jaggy started his senior project. This was a big deal for Jaggy. He even made it a Facebook milestone when, after several months of looking, he finally found a senior project mentor. Fortunately, come April, Jaggy passed his project and even received honors on his presentation.
When the sports season came around, Jaggy made sure to post albums upon albums of pictures of himself wrestling and playing football. 2 teams that went on to win NCS championships this year. He also tagged himself at the girls' tennis team's winning SEL match and a guys' basketball game where he, without question, participated in Windsor High School's tradition, the roller coaster.
Now, Jaggy wanted to be on the swim team, and with its many SEL titles, let's be honest, who wouldn't want to be on that team? But unfortunately, according to a rather dismal status that Jaggy 2012 posted in the spring, he was turned away when he arrived for tryouts. Apparently, furry felines are not allowed in the pool. But indeed, it ended up being alright for Jaggy, for he was already very busy. As a member of the debate team, he went to San Francisco to participate in the California State Parliamentary Debate Tournament. And as a member of the band, he headed down to Southern California, where he participated in a music competition at Disneyland. He made sure to post many pictures of him holding the massive trophies that he won at each event.
As we looked at Jaggy's Facebook, we were very surprised by how busy and involved Jaggy 2012 was in the school. But, in a way, that's exactly how our class has been. Many would call us, the class of 2012, one of the most successful classes to ever leave Windsor High School.
Together, we've won SEL championships and NCS titles. We've performed, and sometimes even directed, a variety of plays and musicals. We've traveled around the world on service projects that have taken us to countries such as Ecuador and Germany. We've created clubs and helped lead organizations. Together, as a class, just like Jaggy 2012, we have truly made a difference in our school, community, and world. As we embark into our futures and go our separate ways, let us remember where we came from and remind ourselves to continually strive for success and the betterment of those around us. If we so choose, through our actions, we can continue to make a positive difference not only in this community, but in the world around us. This can and will be our legacy. And just like Jaggy 2012, we'll be able to Facebook all about it. Thank you.
The first of our 2 keynote speakers this evening is Kambiz Ahmad, who was the valedictorian He was the valedictorian of Windsor's first graduating class in 1999, and he has come back to us to be a teacher in both our math and science departments. Combes will now present his words of advice to the class of 2012 entitled A True Gift.
Finally, I'm on this stage. It was June 10th, 1999 that the first graduating class of Windsor High School was graduating from the Luther Burbank Center, and I was honored to be the first valedictorian of our class. All 99 of us in the class of 99 were looking towards our future with hope and enthusiasm, with only the regret that we never had the opportunity to set foot on this campus, and for me, to give my valedictorian speech on this stage. So again I say, finally I'm on the stage! Class of 2012. As I was wandering this beautiful spring of what I can offer you that would be unique, I realized that our mutual experience of having studied under the same Windsor system and teachers would be a great place to start. However, as for the best advice that I could give you for going out there in the world, the thought that came to my mind was, don't do it. It's a mess out there, you don't want to leave. Stay. Look at me, I came back. Windsor High School loves you and we will all miss you. My dear students, today is the beginning of your adult and independent life, which for me 13 years ago, as for you today, seems like you can face all challenges that come with it. That is because the teachers of Windsor High School have the gift of making us believe in ourselves to our fullest potential and strive towards helping us become complete human beings with faith in our abilities. In the past 13 years of my life, I found that this preparation that Windsor gave me did in fact serve me in all areas of my life and not just academics. So my greatest advice to you is to follow your true passion. Not ones you might have set for yourself when you were 5 or one set for you by someone else, but the one passion that you have realized would reflect your true colors. Grab onto that dream and pursue it with everything that you have while staying humble and true to yourself. And I will promise you, you will be happy. Many of you students have come up to me and asked about the things I remember about the various teachers who were here at the beginning years of Windsor High. And the answers I give you are usually ones that are personally related to my interaction with that specific teacher. I would like to share some of those memories with you today, so you can have an idea of how you will be looking back at your Windsor High School education a decade from now. Miss Lisa Hadley Hill. You gave me my first progress report when I had just arrived from Europe and was new not only to Windsor, but to the United States. You made me believe as a young student that I could make it in this system, community, and country. That one small piece of paper with the comment next to it meant a great deal to me and how I viewed my performance in the field of science, more than you'll ever know. Mr. Jeff Reed, you looked into my eyes as a young high school student and you told me that the incredibly challenging work that you were giving me would make me a much stronger person. I believed you, trusted you, and thought of you when my college education became challenging enough to where I had to start staying up late nights. You taught me a lot about mental and physical discipline, and I've been carrying that with me all along, and will do so for the rest of my life. Miss Linda Nugent, your praises for every piece of art I created made me gain so much confidence in my artistic abilities to where I decided to keep the study of art part of my life. This in return has made me have a perspective of the life surrounding us from a point of view that never would have existed without you. Mr. Scott Ames, in my junior year, you taught me that the life and path I had ahead of me would be much more manageable if I learned to pause life at times and just enjoy my surroundings. You didn't just preach this to me, but you lived that way in your classroom as well. During my senior year at Berkeley, when so many of my classmates had started to feel the burn, I thought of you when I realized how much energy I had left because of your advice. Mr. Michael Kaufman, a teacher is one who makes himself progressively unnecessary. You have the gift of making your students independent thinkers with ease that teachers only strive for. But what you might not know of your students is that they're not always ready to let go of you and want to keep you part of their lives. I've had numerous memorable conversations with you, but perhaps the one that made me strive towards my personal best was when I was discussing my essay that received an A-. I told you that comparing my essay to my friends who received the same grade, it was clear that mine was of higher quality and deserved a solid A. That was when you told me, Combis, I grade you based on how you grew since your last essay, not compared to the rest of the class. At that moment, performing better than my classmates just vanished, and from then on, all I focused on was to better myself at each step of my own life. Mr. Andrew Murdoch, a teacher who is indeed wise does not bid you to enter the house of his wisdom, but rather leads you to the threshold of your mind. The high school conversations that I've had with you, which never ended with you telling me the answer, but always with a few pointers, followed by a smile that said, I know you can go the rest of the way, allowed me to become an independent thinker. Your philosophy of educating the whole person has certainly lit the way for me and many of my classmates who still today speak of you with admiration and love. A person like you affects eternity with an immeasurable influence that will stay with people and families in generations to come. So my dear students of 2012, in a decade, this is how you will be looking back at the teachers you see in front of you. You will think of the ones that gave you the vital element of warmth to nurture your soul the most in the fashion that I laid out for you. And some of you will even decide to become educators because of your experience. I started my valedictorian speech 13 years ago with a quote from Aristotle which said, "The roots of education is bitter, but the fruit is sweet." Here, today, I stand on the Windsor stage again to let you students know, now that I look back at the roots of my education, I realize that Windsor High School has the gift of making the roots of education sweet as well.
Speaker this evening is our own beloved Michelle Berry. She is an English teacher who we thank for her many contributions to Windsor High School, including establish our renowned pre-med program. Michelle will be sharing her reflection, Holding On, Letting Go.